Hi everyone. Good evening, good evening, good evening. You're welcome to today's live stream. This is an impromptu live stream, but I just have to come out. I hope you all can hear me. Yeah, so this is an impromptu live stream. Yeah, so this is an impromptu live stream. All right, so welcome, welcome, welcome. Please, when you're coming in, like this live stream, like and share. Okay, I've shared already on my community post. Please, in like and share. All right. So, like I said, this is an impromptu live stream. I wasn't supposed to come on live today, but it was happening in Miss Universe. We need to discuss it. This is a very, very important breaking news, and very, very urgent as well, because this what has happened now, or what is happening currently, is going to affect tomorrow's preliminary competition. Okay, so news reaching us states that two judges of Miss Universe pageant has withdrawn from the competition, and there were a lot of allegations that have been levied against the president of Miss Universe and the management of Miss Universe. Apparently the judges withdrew, or they were forced to withdraw because of some allegations of fraud and cheating. Okay, so I'm going to be reading out the statements of the judges that withdrew from the competition, and we're going to analyze this together. This is getting interesting because, like, seriously, it shows that this year's pageant might be rigged. Okay, so I'm going to be reading out the reason why the judges were forced to withdraw and what really happened. Okay, so guys, please, you're coming in, like this live stream, like and share. All right, so um okay, all right, so let me first of all start with um the first judge to resign. Okay, so I'll read out the statement of the first judge to resign. um Sorry guys. So apparently, the first judge to resign is Omar Harfoch, one of this year's judges. He resigned and will not appear on stage, revealing that the top 30 had already been selected before the appointed 8 judges arrived. Hmm. Okay, so this judge Omar Harfoch, I don't know him. I'm just hearing this name for the first time. He alleges that the top 30 has already been selected before they appointed the 8 judges. Okay, so apparently the organization are influencing the decision of the judges by um, choosing or revealing the top 30, outside the judges' decision, which is very bad. So he said, as a member of the Miss Universe judging panel, I want to express my deep confusion and concern after learning via social media that an ad hoc judging panel had been formed to select the top 30 from 136 countries. Okay, so this year we had 136 countries, and according to what he said, there's an ad hoc judging panel which is not even part of the main judging panel. So, how or who appointed this ad hoc judging panel? All right, so he said 8 actual judges, including myself, were not involved in the process, and the results were kept secret. So apparently, we only the organization have appointed, or rather appointed 8 judges, 8 official judges to for this year's pageant. But apparently, they secretly um um they secretly um appointed, and or they secretly formed an ad hoc judging panel unknown to these official judges. So that judging panel is was formed to select the top 30. So then what is the job of the actual judges if they have an ad hoc judge that is going to select the top 30? So he's saying now that this ad hoc judging panel were kept secret from them as the main judges. So them as the main judges, what are they going to do there? They're supposed to be the ones to select the top 30 and finally go on to select the top 12, because I heard that it's going to be a top 30 format. From top 30 they'll choose the top 12. From top 12 they'll choose top 5. So from top 5 it's going to be top 3. From top 3 the winner will be chosen. So now these 8 judges that they are mentioning, these 8 official judges that is supposed to choose the top 30, they were not aware that there's an ad hoc judging panel that was selected by the Miss Universe organization. That ad hoc judging panel was kept secret from the judges, and those ad hoc judging panel, they are the ones to choose the top 30. So he was, when he found out, he was like, what is all this? What is the meaning of that? All right, so that is what he revealed. He now said, according to the information circulating, this unofficial judging panel clearly includes individuals with conflict of interest due to personal relationship with some of the contestants, including those responsible for counting and arranging the results. This presents a serious conflict of interest. So you can imagine that those members of the ad hoc judging panel include individuals that have conflict of interest. In fact, I heard that one of the judges is a boyfriend to one of the contestants. So just imagine, it's a huge red flag, because there's going to be a conflict of interest. So it's a huge red flag. So yesterday, after I informed the Miss Universe judging panel and I disagreed with the first round of selection, which did not include the original 8 judges, the pageant quickly posted a list of individuals involved in the selection on Instagram, but did not specify their roles, further confusing the situation. Okay. After a respectful conversation with Rahul Rocha about the lack of transparency in the Miss Universe voting process, I have decided to resign from the judging panel and refuse to participate in this farce. I also won't play music composed for the event. Oh my God. This year's pageant is going to be something else. So, guys, this is going to be something else. Can you imagine? So now, apparently, this judge called Omar Harford, he has exposed a lot that's been happening in the Miss Universe organization. First of all, he said they have an ad hoc judging panel separate from the judges, and now those ad hoc judges, they have conflict of interest with the contestants. In fact, most of them are part of the persons that are counting the results, and one of the judges in that ad hoc panel is a boyfriend to one of the contestants. And now he's saying that the process of choosing the top 30 is not transparent, and it's not going to be part of that committee or part of the persons that are that are going to be part of this conspiracy. So he resigned. He has resigned. He has resigned and said he would not even play the music that was supposed to. He's not going to play the music composed for the event. So apparently he is a musician or something. I don't know. This Omar Harford is one of the musicians or something. Anyways, this is one of the judges that is supposed to be part of the committee. Guys, at this point, I'm just like, this whole pageant system is kind of in a state of confusion, because apparently, if what the judge is saying is true, it means that the whole pageant is whack. It's whack. Only Miss World is the only pageant that I know that at least the results are transparent. You can see the transparency in Miss World. Miss Universe has turned to something else. In fact, this is the worst, the worst. This is the pageant that had the more controversy. Like seriously. So yes, you've heard it from the first judges, from the first judge that resigned. He said he won't be part of the conspiracy. He won't be part of the conflict of interest that is going to play out during this preliminary competition. All right, so he has resigned, and I don't know what or who is going to replace him. At the judging panel. So this is the first judge that resigned. So let's go on to the second. Let's go on to the second judge that resigned. Let's hear what he has to say on the reasons why he resigned. All right, so the second judge is called Claude Makelele. I think this is the only African judge that is amongst the panel of judges. And he said, I will not be attending the Miss Universe 2025 competition. Thank you for your support and understanding. All right, so the only African lineup in the selection committee has resigned. So apparently, we don't have any African judge anymore because he has resigned, and there's a lot of things going on in Miss Universe at the moment. So two judges have resigned from their position, and they are citing fraud and cheating in this year's pageant. So apparently, the top 30 list is full of contestants that don't deserve to be there. The way it is, the way the whole system is going right now, is going to be full of probably Latinas because this year's panel of judges is full of Latinas. So I won't be surprised if a Latina wins this year because I feel like they are cheating or they are trying to rig this pageant to favor the Latinas. That is what I'm thinking at this point because always projecting the Latinas. So I don't know. Just my own opinion, but I feel like for these judges to resign and citing allegedly citing fraud and cheating and misconduct and lack of transparency, that means this year's pageant we're going to see a lot of rigging and a lot of undeserving contestants placing in the top 30. All right. So guys, this is what is going on right now. This is the breaking news. It's a hot mess, guys. This is a hot mess because with all this that's going on in Miss Universe right now, I think the president of Miss Universe, Paul Rucha, he needs to release a statement. I think they even released a statement. I don't know. Let me check their site. Because I think they have released a statement. You know, uh, after the two judges resigned. Let me check Miss Universe site for their statement, but I doubt if they're going to make any statement because this is an embarrassment. This is a huge embarrassment. This is a huge embarrassment. So apparently, so yes, Miss Universe released a statement saying that. Let me see what they said. Uh, okay, they say in light of the recent public statements and social media posts, the Miss Universe organization considers it necessary to clarify certain inaccuracies, okay, regarding the Beyond the Crown program and the official judging process of the Miss World pageant competition. On November 17, the Miss Universe organization publicly released the official selection committee of the Beyond the Crown program, an independent social impact initiative designed to promote leadership, service, education, health, inclusion, and meaningful support for the charitable causes. This program operates entirely separately from Miss Universe competition and from the official judging panel. Okay, so they are saying that there's a panel that is in charge of Beyond the Crown, whatever. Following this announcement, Mr. Omar Harford, who had previously agreed to serve as one of the 8 official members of the Miss Universe judging panel, published a statement expressing confusion and claiming lack of understanding regarding the scope and nature of a social impact program such as Beyond the Crown. His comment incorrectly suggested that an authorized or impromptu jury has been formed and that the official judges has been excluded from the selection of finals. Okay, or finalists. The Miss Universe organization firmly clarifies that no impromptu jury has been created and no external group has been authorized to evaluate delegates or select finalists, and that all competition evaluation continues to follow the established, transparent, and supervised MUO protocols. Given Mr. Hartford's expressed confusion, his public mischaracterization of the program, and his desire not to participate, the Miss Universe organization respectfully acknowledges his withdrawal from the official judging panel. So, guys, this has explained all what has been happening. So, apparently, what they are saying is that the judge that resigned, actually did so because he was confused with the selection committee. Apparently, what Miss Universe is saying that is that they have a selection committee that is independent of the judges. They are the ones to choose. They are the ones to choose, or rather, they are called the official selection committee of Beyond the Crown program, an independent social impact initiative designed to promote leadership. So this Beyond the Crown program apparently is a committee that is separate from the official judges. So what they are saying now is that Mr. Omar Harford did not understand that that committee was a separate committee and it doesn't affect the judging panel and all that. But at least they would have told him, they would have explained to him and said, oh, this is how it's going to work. Those persons are going to select the top 30 and you, the judges, are going to take it up from there. That's what they would have just said instead of all this confusion. Because now the judge is supposed to perform. He's supposed to perform as a musician, but he has withdrawn and said he's no longer going to perform as a musician and as a judge. Due to all these inconsistencies with the judging format. So it's a very dicey one at this point because even another judge from Africa has resigned. Claude Makelele, she has resigned, stating that there's a lot of fraud taking place in the Miss Universe organization. So now they're saying that there's a lot of conflict of interest with the judging panel, and that most of the judges judging panel for that impact of beauty or Beyond the Crown, one of the judge is a boyfriend to the contestant. So it's a huge conflict of interest. It doesn't really make sense. And that committee, I also heard that most of them are also part of the selection committee for counting the votes and all that. So I think at this point, Miss Universe is setting themselves up for disaster. They are setting themselves up for disaster. They're setting themselves up for disaster. you know. So I don't know. I feel like they're setting themselves up for disaster, and it's going to affect the whole outcome of this year's results, this year's pageant. It's going to affect this year's pageant because all these inconsistencies is affecting, the credibility of the pageant. Now what is not even the problem. Now what is not even the problem. Now what has mind is now minding his business. So the problem now is with the president of Miss Universe, Mr. Ruporocha, because people are saying that he's the problem, he's the major problem here. He's the one causing all this confusion amongst the judges. He's the one clashing heads with the judges and the other panel. Because apparently, if I'm chosen as a judge, you should be able to let me know that you have an ad hoc committee that is in charge of choosing the top 30. So what is the job of those judges if they're not the ones to select the top 30 at the end of the day? So they're causing confusion, and the judges they're not happy with it. They're not happy with all these inconsistencies, all these lack of transparency. Because now they're saying that they don't even want to have anything to do with the judges anymore, because they're not okay with the format that that the organization is bringing to them. So apparently what it means is that they've chosen the top 30 even before the preliminary competition. That's what they're saying. They've chosen the top 30 even before the preliminary competition, which is very bad. Which is very, very bad. Anyway, at this point, all we can say is let's just watch and see what happens at the end of the day. Because with what's going, with all that is happening, with all the um, stories we're hearing from the judges, it's clear that this year's Miss Universe pageant is going to be rigged, and the results are not going to be transparent at all. That is just what it means. So let's wait for tomorrow's preliminary competition. Let's hope that at the end of the day, they clarify the issues with the other judges, because right now, two judges have resigned, and we're just left with six judges. So let us see what is going to happen, if they're going to replace judges or they're going to just go with the six judges that is left. At this point, it's clear that the president of Miss Universe needs to address pageant fans physically, because all these statements they're releasing, it doesn't make sense. Because if apparently the judges understood, or if they had made the judges to understand that there's an ad hoc judging panel separate from the main judging panel, at least all these issues would have been resolved behind closed doors. You understand? Because for these judges to come out and speak and say, come out and lay these allegations, it's clear that there are some inconsistencies which they could not resolve behind closed doors. That is why the judges came out and exposed the Miss Universe organization. So they could not resolve the issue behind closed doors. You know. So that's it, guys. That's what I wanted to say in this live stream. If you're going to be watching, let us know your thoughts on this particular news that is currently circulating. Is an is an how would I put it? Like is a breaking news, and also is still unfolding, because there's still going to be some revelations, from the other judges as well, because this is a very, very major issue. So I believe that it's an unfolding news, and by tomorrow we should get clarity from the other judges or from the president of Miss Universe organization. He needs to come and clear the air on what or why the judges resigned, and the allegations that they have levied against the organization. They need to come out and clear the air. All right, so that is it for today's live stream. So if you're going to be watching, let us know your thoughts, and I'll see you all tomorrow for the preliminary competition. I pray I will try as much as possible to come on live, maybe during the competition or after the competition, to react to the prelims, and also to react to this unfolding news as well, because of course tomorrow we're going to hear more. All right, so guys, see you all for the preliminary competition tomorrow, and I wish all the African contestants the best of luck. And yeah, I pray and hope that you know they shine on that stage tomorrow. So tomorrow we're going to have the national costume. First of all, I think that will be in the morning. I think it's 7 a.m. Nigerian time. That's for the national costume. And the swimsuit and the evening wear will be by 1 p.m. Nigerian time. So yeah, obviously I would try as much as possible to come on live and film, you know, react to the prelims. Okay. So guys, thank you all for joining me today, and yeah, I'll see you all tomorrow. Unfailingly, good night from here, and have a lovely day.